Hi. Oh man, I'm mad because and I was gonna send out the link, but I got so mad at Facebook because I can't get onto it on my computer here, only on my phone, and I'm trying to match the stuff that it says is part of my account on my phone, like the login and password, and nothing I do on the computer will work. It kept taking me to like Spanish Facebook and asking if I was somebody I wasn't with, and I think that's because of my phone number. But then any email I try says it's not associated with an account. And it's not like I have a billion emails out there. And it should really be one of two, maybe a third one, but every one I try doesn't work. So I'm not going to do the Facebook experiment today either. We got to get to the bottom of that. I don't know what the deal is. Okay. But I'm gonna copy this link and send it out to Mr. Mr. Facebook and Mr. Twitter. Let's see, what am I doing? So we are on. I want to go to my YouTube channel, pull up this video, turn it down, and we'll get going here in a second. I'll show you what comic stuff I'm inking today. Now I'm all like in the weeds on Facebook. Okay, where do I make a post even? I'm so PO'd. Okay. Inking comics on YouTube. If I knew how to spell. YouTube. Come watch. And then paste. And then I'll just copy all this suck. If it'll let me. Copy. And post. And Twitter. Sorry, this is gruesome. I meant to do this before I started the show, but I was getting so frustrated with dealing with Facebook that I forgot. Okay, so that's all said. Oh, Facebook, you're killing me. To death. We got pages. So the ones I did on my previous stream. So my name is Ryan O'Connor. I'm a cartoonist. I'm making my first graphic novel. I've dinked around with comics before, but nothing serious, nothing really to show for it. But now I'm making a 235-page book. It's all drawn. I'm just inking it now. It's called Bonehead, and it is about this bucktooth skeleton. Let me get some cards with his picture on it because my pages don't have them yet. So I was doing all these cards to practice inking, and he's this bucktooth skeleton guy that works at a poison factory. He's trying to get his life together. So he's just gotten a promotion. He's going to ask his girlfriend to marry him. And then he finds out that the poison factory he works at is shutting down. So that's going to throw a wrench in his plans. So he finds out about this secret project that his bosses were working on, and he steals it so they can't shut down the factory. But it launches him into this big interplanetary mess. And that's what that's about. There's giant monster bugs. There's dimensional travel. There's aliens, devils, ghosts, skeletons. Most of those things are just the people that populate the city that these characters live in, or these people live in. So so here's what I've inked this week. We've got spaceship traveling through space. There's these astronauts and some freaky space bugs. And then I just touched up these pages too, so I kind of was adding some final details. And they swarm the ship. Ah! One smashes himself on the windshield, and he goes, "Oh, I forgot the galaxy. This part of the galaxy is lousy with him this time of year. Just hit him with the wipers, and then squawk." Okay. And then the one I did yesterday was this guy. Ship's closing in on this planet Montana, it's called. And that's where we are in the story part of the book. I also, in previous videos, I did the front and back cover. I did a lot of like lead-in title page stuff. And today I'm inking this. So here, whoosh, they're landing on the page, or on the planet, my bad. To get out, they start walking through this alien city. Kind of futuristic, kind of old-fashioned cobblestone roads. So that's what we're inking today. It took me forever to get a chance to stream today. I was talking with a friend of mine. I talked with her on the show before. She's kind of my web store guru, because I think I want to open a web shop where I can sell stickers, and maybe in the future like little comics. I might do little black and white chunks of this book, like do small run prints of like paid like chunks of it as I go, and make those available before I make the full book. Like do like small run issues of the book as I go. I think that'd be a good idea. But in the meantime, let's get to inking. Okay, boom, boom, boom. That's how you flip a camera. Okay, I need ink here. I'm gonna put these Bonehead cards away. I've got some bottle caps here that I use as an inkwell. Nope. Easy does it, sucker. You're on top of the page. Okay. A little should go a long way, especially on this page, because unlike every page up till now, I don't have a bunch of black area on this page. So I may need to add more ink later. But for right now, that should be fine. We're gonna get going on this first panel. I'm excited to start inking today. I've been just doing little chores and stuff, and I was on a call with my friend for 2.5 hours. I didn't see that coming. It was fun. She's one of my best friends. She lives across the country from me now. Oh, I've got all these notes sitting on my desk. So yeah, I'm a cartoonist. I'm trying to make a graphic novel. I'm trying to make a business out of this hobby of mine of drawing cartoon characters. And I'm kind of just going to be doing it live and in front of people. So if there's anything to impart, you'll kind of be able to follow along. That's the idea, particularly about making the book, but like I'll kind of see how I try and make a business of this in real time, because I'm trying to be on every day. I've only missed a day since I started streaming on YouTube, I'm pretty sure. I think I deliberately took a couple days off the first week, but then I realized I wasn't going to keep doing that because every time I ink this book, I'm going to try to turn on the camera, and I realized I wasn't going to be taking days off from inking the book. So we're drawing. Today is Wednesday, September 1st. I think it's a beautiful day out. Yeah, it's a beautiful day out. Very beautiful day out. I just wouldn't know because I've been doing chores all day. And I've been stuck in my house all day. And now I'm inking. Let's see. Trying to get some ink to stay on this brush. But then I messed up my point. Okay. So let me move this up a tad. So this morning I woke up, like I fell asleep in my bed last night wearing my glasses, which is not always a good idea because if I don't take them off and set them somewhere, half the time they'll like fall down the side of my bed, and then I gotta like break my wrist trying to squeeze it in there, getting them. But this morning I woke up and they were by my chest. I felt them in the bed with me. It's like, okay, well, when I finally got up, they were gone. Nowhere to be. I was like, I just felt them. I just felt them next to me. Where the heck are they? And I couldn't find them. And I have a spare pair somewhere, but I looked in one place where they should be, couldn't find them. Looked in another place they should be, couldn't find them. And I cannot see without my glasses. I am a total Velma. I was like, I am in trouble if I cannot find my glasses. And so I was like, well, I'm out. Like, I really am out of ideas for my spare pair. Couldn't tell you where it is if it's not in one of those two spots. And then my main glasses, like the ones that were in my bed with me, I was just like, where did they go? They were right here. And I was searching for half an hour. I was getting really bummed out. I was like, I can't do anything. And like, there's no one here to help me look. I just felt so screwed and useless. And then they weren't on the side of the bed. I wasn't seeing them anywhere. I kept looking under my bed. I kept looking all over the place. I was like, maybe I didn't really feel them in the bed with me. I'm like trying to look around the house. Like, where could they be? It's not like I went somewhere without them and forgot. Because I can't be doing stuff without glasses or contacts in, you know. And yeah, I found them. They had fallen off the other side of the bed, which was weird because it just was like too far to travel where it ended up. It ended up in a clothes, my like little clothes basket for laundry that I had on the other side of my bed at the moment. And but it was like gnarly. I think what happened was I flipped my sheets looking, or my covers looking for them, and they must have just gone flying into that basket. That had to be what happened. But it was like I was getting so depressed because I was like, I'm never gonna see again. I'm going to die here. No, but it was getting to be kind of a bummer. Just gonna put some light here so you can see what's going on. So I think this is missing a line. Let me see my shit. Yeah, okay. It's gonna be too thick. Let's see. Okay. So these astronauts, well, the one astronaut is he's this guy. He's Denton Crux. He's the owner of the poison factory that Bonehead works at. Only this is like 10, 15 years in the past. So he's usually bald. He has hair here. And then the other astronaut is his assistant, Horace. And so the owner of the poison factory, he's this scientist, and he's coming to this planet called Planet Montana. No relation. Because he's on the search for some fancy substance that he thinks they have here. So I've never made a book before. I wrote this script and I drew all the pages. I did kind of a sort of a tutorial a while back on kind of how I planned out my pages. That was maybe a week or two ago. And now I'm just inking them all. And I'll be on here just about every day making comics. Other than this comic, if you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, I post daily drawings on those. I post the same thing to each, but yeah, I post something nearly every single day. I just draw whatever pops into my head. I feel like they've been a little rushed lately because I'm spending a lot of time on this book, but I'm trying to keep the quality up as much as I can. I was gonna start a drawing this morning, but I ran out of time, so it'll have to be after the page. They're just, man, I didn't realize how many chores I had waiting for me today. We'll throw this to black. You want eyes moving around your page. That really helps ground objects, and it really helps visual interest, having like something to grab onto. Okay. I'm gonna get out a Copic multiliner for these guys in the, I don't know, cockpit. They need to be simple drawings, but I really want them to be clear. I mean, clear as they need to be. I don't want it to get fuzzy. Ambiguous lines if I can help it. And then he's got this square thing on his chest. Okay, and then I guess I'm throwing all this to black is what it looks like. Sometimes if I plan on putting something all in black, I mark it off with X's. It's just like a shorthand kind of thing. Here, I can do that with the brush though. Okay. I mean, I could if I had some ink on there. So yeah, we were talking about all kinds of stuff today. Me and my friend Kat, who runs an Etsy shop that she's had since 2006. So that's what, 2006. I'm not even going to try and do math, even though I know it's super simple. I'm just also super simple. Yeah, 15 years she's had that that Etsy site. And that's been it's been a strong source of income for her. So I'm kind of like trying to figure out if there's any way I can make that work for me too. Because as of right now, I am making this book for free. All my art does not make me money. And I make a lot of art, guys. I mean, some of it's better than others. But all the same, I'm not making any money off it. Which I don't need to make money off it to make it, but I'd like to, make this my day job someday. Would be nice. I'd like to get paid to make this. So, yeah, I think that is an idea that I want to do, is maybe like do some black and white issues of this book before the full thing comes out. Now, I didn't write it as issues. So, we'll see. I'll have to run through it and think about that a little more. So there's these like 6 cans underneath each wing. And it's like, I don't know, this is like the landing procedure. It's kind of like, I don't know how planes work or anything, but this is my understanding of like what a helicopter does. I don't know. It seemed right enough for a fantastic vehicle that I made up. Okay, so here's So I mentioned my friend's shop. I don't think I said what it was. So she makes like all kinds of like vintage jewelry. She does a lot of laser cut stuff. And she's got a lot of cool designs. Like I say, she's been operating it since 2006, and it's taken a few different like she's rebranded it a couple times and refocused the kinds of stuff that she sells a couple times, but that's at mycraftedstudio.com. And she's trying to help me figure out what I'm doing as far as selling my art. So this comic is just going to be a big old book I make someday. I don't know yet if I'm going to go through a publisher, if I'm going to crowdfund it. Crowdfunding seems like a lot of learning, a lot of moving parts, a lot that falls on your own shoulders. Might do it if I have to. I think I'm gonna try pitching it to publishers though too. So we'll see. We'll see when we get there. I'm just starting the inking on the book, so this is page 4 of the story, but that doesn't include. But I also did the covers, and I think it was like 7 kind of lead-in pages. Oof. Oh, Mother Mercy. Okay. So this is my maybe 3rd, 4th cup of tea today. I gotta get another one in a minute. Yeah, I went through a pot today already. I was touching up pages while I was on the phone. I did my laundry. I paid some bills. What else did I do? Oh, I cleaned up this room. I don't know, just a bunch of little errands around the house. It was like I was originally up at technically 6:30, but I think I really got up closer to like 7:30. It was like before I knew it, look, it's 4:30 now. And I've barely done any drawing today. I've still got a bunch of stuff to do today. I gotta do a sketchbook drawing for Instagram and Twitter. I've got gotta finish this page. I want to look into Etsy today. I want to start seeing if I can put together a page or something. And where's this coming from? I want it coming from here. Okay. And this Saturday, I guess me and my roommate, we're starting a fantasy football thing. Draft? I don't know. I've done fantasy football a couple times now. I barely know what I'm doing because I'm not a. First of all, I'm not a sports guy. Second of all, I'm as simple as they come. I'm as simple as simpletons come. Oof, okay. It's like a lot of time. I know the last time I did it, I kept forgetting to pay attention to it. The first time I did it, I was a bit more attentive to it. Pardon me. And then I was that was the year I was making my 16-minute cartoon that I have to post on here eventually. Let me straighten this out a bit. Ooh, it won't straighten. There's a little knob here. Boom. Oh, you fool. Everything's fighting with me today. I need to figure out a better. Is that better? I need to figure out a better. Well, first of all, I think I need a different camera. Who knows? It's not a huge investment, but it's like I just bought this one. You know? Oh, you want to? I don't want to talk about other people's money. So never mind on what I was about to say. I just feel bad for other people's business expenses. Let's see, so we got all these curls of dust rolling out. This thing's like landing like a helicopter in the desert. Okay. Let's take a look. Maybe I'll go a little heavier on this. Sometimes you want to vary up your line weight for visual interest too. It'll help show depth. It'll draw the eye. You know, art stuff. I'm often afraid of messing with my line weights. It's a little easier. I'm finding to. I don't know if it's just. I don't think it's just me getting used to it because I really still don't. But I think it's easy. It's just easier to to try it with the brush. And this is a good brush. This is what Bill Watterson uses for Calvin and Hobbes. This is the Winsor & Newton Series 7 Kolinsky Sable brush. Because why would I use anything other than what Bill Watterson uses for Calvin and Hobbes? Yeah, let's throw some more ink in this little thing. And I think I'm going to crumple up this paper that is just covered in ink, and I'm going to get me a fresh page. So I've got this piece of paper over here that I kind of like test my line on a lot. Here, I'll show you. It's just all ink. So I think I'm getting a new one, because otherwise it gets too wrinkly, and also I can't really see what I'm doing on it anymore. Okay, so here's our panel. So I'm just dragging my brush on it sometimes to see what my line's looking like, but more so I'm just trying to get a fine tip. So focus. This camera will not focus. There's no features on it, no buttons, no nothing. Which, whatever. But I'm usually trying to just roll this into a tip on here. That's usually what I'm doing. Okay. I'm kind of new to brush, ink and brush. I always used to use just like, well, I used to use like Prismacolor markers for a while when I was in high school. No, not this. I also used these Precise V5 Pilot rolling ball point pens when I was in high school, and I would swear by these for years. When I try it now, I'm like, no, it's too scratchy. Why would I use this? That's not for inking. What I use now a lot, I've found these multi-liners from Copic. I get them off Amazon. Copic Multiliner SP. Lately, I've been using a lot of the 0.3, a lot of the 0.5. They're very good lines for. I use them a lot on my sketchbook drawings. I don't do too many with ink and brush on my sketchbook drawings. Sometimes I do. The other thing I use a lot. I need to get a new one because mostly I just use this to fill in big blacks. This is the Pentel Pocket Brush. It's just got this like Japanese symbol on there. It's a Pentel Pocket Brush. Get it off Amazon. I know a lot of artists use these very well. There's this guy, Elliot Fernandez, who does amazing art on Instagram. He might be under the Jerkmonger, or Elliot Fernandez art or something like that. But he uses that to great effect. I haven't tried drawing with it because my tip is frayed. I got to get me a new one. But mostly I just use it to fill in big blacks on my sketchbook drawings these days. Got to get me a new one. Okay. But yeah, for this book, I'm just using ink and brush. Sometimes like I did earlier here, I'll break out the Copic multi-liners to do fine detail that I need to be clear, just in case. And if I make any grave mistakes. I pull out these jelly roll pens. All the stuff I get off Amazon. Boy, they got everything. You heard of this, Amazon? It's kind of like on Rocco's Modern Life, Conglamo. We we own you. Looks like a solid line, but it's not. Or a solid tip, but it's not. Okay, here we go. This should do the trick. I'm gonna drag this through into this. Oh, this is the tip that will not stay solid. I gotta figure out how to fix a tip better. Like when it starts splaying. I mean, so far, now these brushes are way better than the crumbing ones I would usually buy at Hobby Lobby. I had these reserved for the book. I have a bunch of them, but they're very versatile, very smooth. It's definitely a brush you want to ink a serious project with. My problem is, I don't know if it's because I neglected to clean it right away once or twice, but the tip splays real easily on me all the time. I mean, it fights with me, but it hasn't been too tragic a problem that I couldn't make the page. So far, we're on page 4 though. But I mean, I have other ones waiting for me if I need to use something else, use a fresh one. But I hope it doesn't. I'm trying to put that off because I mean, this is the second one I've started using on this book. And I'm not that deep into it. I mean, I have a 3 that I started the pages with right here. Then the tip started getting wonky on me, so I tried the 2. Now that's starting to go wonky on me. I have 2 other 3s up there that I bought, and then I've got some other bigger ones. I might have a 1 or something. I'm not trying to exhaust all my brushes right away. And sometimes I'll get it to start cooperating real well for like a long dang time. After fighting with me a bunch. Come on, sucker. Oh. Oh. I was gonna try and do some cooking earlier today, but like I say, before I knew it, it was like 3 o'clock. I've been up and busy all day, but it's just like a lot of the stuff I wanted to do was getting pushed off and off. Boo. Okay. This brush is starting to. You know what though? It's feeling kind of stiff. Sometimes I'll pick through it. Because sometimes it's like the ink starts coagulating on it, and that just kind of jacks things up. I'm trying to kind of wet it with ink a little bit and straighten it out. Come on, let's have a tip. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we've been on an hour and this is all we've drawn. Super suck. Okay, but now I've got it cooperating with me again, I think. It's just, for the most part, it's been looking pretty beautiful with me, or to me so far, as I draw this book. It's just a matter of getting this dang brush. I mean, because I'm new to brush work, newer. I've been messing with them for like maybe 2 years now, maybe 3. And it's just a matter of getting them to stay cooperative. I think that what I just did, I think that was a big thing that has worked for me several times now. Just picking the brush apart, working the gummy kinks out of it, and then kind of getting it wet with ink again. That helps. Okay. Okay. So we want here. I don't want to go through one of the lines of these jet things. So let's see. Just make sure I'm keeping it straight. And then there's nothing there. So we'll go. Oops, my key. Okay. So I probably will be talking on this channel about, like in future videos, as I ink, I'll probably be talking to you about shop stuff and how to set up a shop or something, maybe. Kind of as I straighten it out for myself, because I don't want to be given like a bunch of half-cocked information. It's just like, I know there's so many moving parts to what I'm trying to do, so I don't want to just share too much of it now, because my grasp on everything is so rudimentary and kind of vague. But as I begin to feel I can speak with any authority on it, I'll probably talk about how I'm doing that stuff too. Okay. So we got so this is carrying through here. Here's okay. Okay. Oh, mountains. I hate you. I probably hate everything I draw. I mean, I hate everything I have to draw. Everything I have to draw is the worst thing I ever have to draw. I hate drawing spaceships. I hate drawing mountains. I hate drawing astronauts. It's like, dude, you love writing them into the stuff you draw. I'm just kidding. I don't really hate that stuff though. Mamma mia about this. Okay. This one. You know, these mountain type things, they always have like the layers of the sediment or whatever. Let's see. So the idea is this planet started out uh, real rich with vegetation and stuff and life, but it's too close to its sun for its own good. So it was like that life, it wasn't very sustainable. Like over time, everything it was drying up, and um, like when the planet was formed, it was rich with water and stuff. But then, like over time, it was like drying up, and the life was dying out. So now it's kind of like more of a desert. But there's this meteor that crashes into the planet. And it kind of helps power the planet and make it's kind of protecting it a little bit. And it's the thing from that meteor. That's kind of what this scientist is interested in. trying to figure out how to. I mean, I'm just so angry at Facebook. It's like I don't know why. Every time I go to the login page, it switches right back to the Spanish uh, site, and I gotta switch it over. It has something to do with my phone number and whoever owned or had that phone number before I did. So frustrating. It's like I was I'm using the email, right, that I saw on my Facebook from my phone, and then I changed the password on my phone, put in that password, and it says this email is not associated with an account. I'm like, yes, it is. But then I tried the two other ones, it maybe could possibly even be. And same thing. It's like I know the password for sure. I just set it and it's not budging. What a bunch of stank. Oh, Facebook. Get bent. Just get bent, would you? Would it kill you to get bent, Facebook? Oh, my Bart Simpson. Okay. Like those weird motion lines there. Maybe other people wouldn't like them like that, but I think they're nice. Okay, I feel like this panel needs something though. Hmm. Okay. Do these look like rocks yet? I don't know. Mm. Okay, moving on. I may come in and add some more of these kind of perspective-y, whiny things. I don't know. I don't even know if I did those right. I try not to settle for good enough. Like I try to just I try to do my best. But I also want to keep it moving. So I gotta remember I follow through on this line a lot, but so far I this doesn't carry over into this front part of the wing. In a way, when I designed this ship, I was kind of thinking VW minibus sort of thing. Um, but I was also kind of thinking roly poly or something. And then I know those wings are kind of like computer computer mouses. I don't know what the plural is when it's the computer mouse. Do we still call them mice if there's multiples? I feel like that's incorrect, but I don't know why. Okay, I'm gonna put on a piece of music, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna put on a piece of music I made when I was like 20 with my 11-year-old brother. I was writing music, and he was helping me make it because he was learning Fruity Loops. So I made all these crazy tracks. But usually on this show, when I have to go to the bathroom, I'll just put on something to kind of keep the stream alive while I'm gone for a minute or two. I'm gonna put on one I put on maybe a week ago called "Why." If iTunes will cooperate, are you Staring at the sun. Fool. Okay. Here's Why Are You Staring at the Sun? I will be right back. Also with a new cup of tea. Okay. Just a moment. I went up to my friend and he must have lost his head, cause there he was staring at the sky. And I didn't ask him why, but he turned around and looked at me and asked me condescendingly, why are you staring at the sun? Why are you staring at the sun? And I didn't know what to say when he said, why are you staring at the sun? And so I took my friend to see the brain doctor, who just smiled and said that my friend would never be the same again. And so I asked for a second opinion, and she said he'd never be the same again. I went to the store cause I had to buy some more of everything, of which I didn't have enough. And I came up with my stuff when the cashier in the checkout line stared me right square in the eye and screamed, why are you staring at the sun? Why are you staring at the sun? And I didn't know what to say when he said, why are you staring at the sun? So I left my things and walked out to the parking lot and started to scream. That's when I started noticing the sky. And to this day I cannot picture why. But that's when I started staring at the sun. But they just said, why aren't you staring at the sun? Why aren't you staring at the sun? And I didn't know what to say to them. They said, why aren't you staring at the sun? Why are you staring? 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 Okay, so that's that song. My tea isn't ready yet. I forgot to heat it up. It should be ready any moment now. But it's right outside the hallway, and it just takes me a minute, just like a moment to pour it. So that'll be ready in a second. I think I still hear it going. So that song, I wrote the piano part on like a crappy Casio keyboard that we had in my house, and I kind of wrote that. Well, I wrote the lyric, I wrote the piano part, and I'm not a musician, by the way. I am no musician, and I was kind of like dictating all the different things I wanted at various parts of the song. Like I wanted like those electrical noises that whoosh, 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 and the ding ding dong boom ding dong, those little things. Like I did ask for all that stuff and kind of dictated to my brother how I wanted the like the smoky sax. I think I think that was his contribution. He kind of was like dinking around on the keyboard, like for what to have the saxophone do, and he kind of like did that kind of uh, what does that remind me of? I hear that kind of riff in something. Not that that's what he was doing, but is that "Call Me"? He just kind of like was dinking around on the keyboard for what we should make the saxophone play because we were just I just wanted some saxophone part in there, and he kind of did something that sounded like that. I was like, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. That sounds perfect. But he put the whole track together for me. He was teaching himself how to do it at like age 11 or whatever, and he was my buddy. He wanted to help me make music. I wanted to make an album, but we never finished. But we did make a lot of tracks. A lot of it. I mean, I'm not super. I'm mostly embarrassed by any of that stuff that I was making at the time. And I put some tracks together by myself. I should put my song "Listless" on there. I should play that on the show sometime. It's one of my favorite ones. And that one I made only a few years ago. I was using some like little app that doesn't exist anymore to put that together. I think I played the instrumental version of it once. Maybe. Hmm. Just have to drop shadow underneath the ship here. So I assume there's like legs or something under the ship somewhere that we can't see. So it's not just sitting in the dirt. There's some steps rolled out here. Let's get these guys in here. Let's see. Okay, that cup of tea should be ready for me, by the way. So let me just go pour that real quick. I'm just 5 steps away. I always make sound effects when I drag my brush. Okay. There's most of this guy. Really close to not being on camera. Okay. So, what to talk about? So, Facebook is annoying. I was on there I was on my computer recently because I was live streaming from my computer here. So why the sudden trouble? It's so annoying. The more I think about it, the more of a pain in the neck that is. Or the more I get frustrated about it. Okay. That's gonna work for the astronaut. The one astronaut. Let's get this door. The door is ajar. If the door is ajar, is it really even a door anymore? It's the dumbest joke you'll hear all day. Okay. So then got like little steam things shooting out here to indicate like it's still opening, I guess. Here, I'm gonna do that with a brush. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to make it too chunky. Or did I say with a brush? I meant a pen. Maybe I said instead of a brush. I don't know. Alright. A little collection of these pens. These ones are also Copic multiliners. They're not SP though. Let me see. I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use 0.1. That's all I need. Oh, so what are these? They just say, yeah, Copic multiliner, black, and then it's like a 4-pack of different sizes. And they're really small sizes. That one I got directly from Hobby Lobby one day. I just saw it sitting there and picked it up. I was just seeing what kind of fine art pens they had. I don't know when bought those. Let's see. So here's the doorway. Step, 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 step. Oh, for crying out loud. I just want a regular line. Okay. Okay. And then there's this little gear here. It's like the hydraulic part for these back fin things. It kind of connects it to the ship. Flaps them around. You know how flaps flap. So, and here's the shadow for the back part. Here, I'm gonna get that liner again because I don't trust this to draw. This guy's tiny detailed face. Okay. Okay. Oh, so I've mentioned before one of my favorite bands, Local H, on this channel, but I specifically talked about. I was listening to Spotify because I'm kind of new to Spotify, right? And it was probably one of my first streams on here. I was talking about I knew some songs, a couple songs. You know, I kind of knew their hits. Fountains of Wayne, I knew a couple of their more popular songs. Like I like that song Julie, and you know they also do that Stacy's Mom song. But they came across my Spotify, and I started checking out some of their music. And I was talking about on this channel. I was like, "Oh, I heard this song called Hack and Sack by Fountains of Wayne. And I really liked it." And I was going on and on about it, I think. And last night, I knew that they were doing this. So Local H, they've done a couple little kind of cover albums recently in the past few years, where they just had a bunch of songs that, like, in between putting out their regular records, they would put out like this mixtape, they called it, of like a bunch of covers that they've been just wanting to try out or something. And so on this upcoming one, it's mixtape number 3, and they're calling it like the quarantine one or whatever. And recently they released a cover of Brandy, that I almost say, let's say Brandy, what a good, what? You know the song. What a fine girl, what a good wife you would be. Well, Local H did a cover of that for this one coming out that they just kind of released on the internet. And I was like, man, wow, he it's like I feel like anything he does, he kind of like makes his own, very very seamlessly. And it's funny because a while back, many years ago, he put out a live album that I got for Christmas or something, and at the end of the live, well, I'll get to that. So I had that album, but I'd never made my way all the way through it for a couple months or something, and so this had to be, yeah, this was when I was in high school still. And I remember sitting on the school bus, and the Britney Spears song called Toxic came on, and I remember sitting on the bus thinking, this would be a cool song to cover. If I was in a band, this would be something worth covering, I would imagine. And then a while later, I like actually listened to that live album. It's called Alive '05, and I finally made it through it like a little while later, and I was like, I said, like, at the end of that live album, it goes to a studio recording of them covering Toxic, and I don't remember if it says it on the track listing or anything, or if it was like just a secret track. But that was a pleasant surprise. I was like, I told you it would be a good song to cover. Local H gets it. Well, also when I heard that song Hackensack, I was thinking it was such a beautiful song. And then Local H did a cover of it right after. It's like he's a man after my own heart. But also, I was really impressed with how much, like, I never would have thought it sounded like a Local H song, but it does. It's weird how, like, the content of the song kind of sounds like a Local H song to me now that I hear him doing it. But I love that band. They're a Chicago rock and roll band. They kind of formed in the '90s, and it's pretty much him and whatever drummer is with him at the time. He's kind of gone through a few drummers since I've followed the band. But right now it's him and Ryan Harding. And they have another guy, Gabe, who like helps, I think, with the live shows and stuff like that. But it's mostly this guy, Scott Lucas. And boy, he's wonderful. Let's see, what do I want this to do? I think just go up here. Okay, so now they're entering this city. On Planet Montana. And I wanted Planet Montana to be kind of like partly futuristic, partly ye old fashioned. Dude, I am hungry. I didn't get a chance to cook a meal today. Let me see. I think I've got some trashy chips over here. 4-inch Doritos. Taking a break. Quick break. I just realized I threw that crinkly bag right in front of the microphone. Oh. I'll get an honest meal in later today, but this will tide me over. So we got one little panel, one big panel, and this page is done. Oh, my other roommate's home. We're all home. Hooray. I'm glad. Do you ever get back to Hackensack? What is it? I'll be there for you. Yeah, it was a pleasant surprise because I just discovered that song. I was on here talking about how wonderful it was, and I just saw on Twitter they announced their track Hackensack cover of Fountains of Wayne. Said something about rest in peace, Adam Schlesinger. Who I was talking about him too because when the COVID stuff broke out, he was the first name I recognized of anyone who had died from it. It was weird. I wasn't a fan of Fountains of Wayne necessarily, but I knew of his name because he helped produce one of They Might Be Giants' albums. And I was like I say, I liked the song Julie, and I was aware of them, and I just knew his name. And he was the first guy I'd heard of that actually died of COVID. It kind of broke my heart a little bit. Poor guy. He was like maybe 56. Pretty young to be hauling off and dying. Let's see. He died on April 1st. He was 52. 52. Too young. Poor guy. And that was like I say, he was one of the first people I heard of dying. Like one of the first named people I heard of dying. So it was like back when it was like total pandemonium. No one knew what was going on. Everybody was running around like chickens with their heads cut off about it. That was like back when people were like wiping the shelves off of all the stores, like buying up all the toilet paper. And everyone was like looking at each other going, why is everybody buying so much toilet paper? I don't know, but I better too. Well, I still can. Yeah, it was during that kind of thing. I'll be there for you. Okay. Dang. We'll get back to hack and slack. It's fighting with me again. I'm all out of tricks. I see your face in the strangest places, movies and magazines. I saw you talking with Christopher Walken on my TV screen. Ooh la la! Darn. I kept feeling like I was turning my brush and it would be in the same position. I will wait for you. Okay, now I've just got that song stuck in my head and I don't want to keep singing lyrics, so how you doing? See, we got these just random antenna sticking out of the ground. Here, I think I'm gonna try and rinse this brush off real quick. So I'm just gonna put it. Oh, here, I'll put on that listless song. It's kind of short. It'll do the trick. You know, it used to be that you just put in key terms on iTunes, it would just narrow down your whole library. Now, if it gets too confused and it just doesn't narrow it down at all for certain things, if you don't put like an actual. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just my old computer here. I'm so frustrated. It's thinking. Let's see. Let's narrow it down this way. Yeah, it's just not finding specifically the way I'm typing or something. Oh my goodness. Okay. There it is. It's like as if I was spelling it wrong, but I wasn't. So let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna rinse my brush off real quick. So there you go. Okay. I like the lyrics on that. That was like a demo thing I made by myself in some extinct like music making app. Yeah, that helped. I think I just need to get all that gunky ink out of there. Okay. Oh, here's another antenna. Just arbitrary antenna sticking out of the ground. Okay. Guys, we're going to get through this page. Just you wait and see. Brother. It's not one thing, it's another thing. And sometimes it's two things at once. Or any other combination you can think of. Come on. Okay. So what's rolling around in my head right now? I don't know. I've got some chili I'm going to try and make tonight. Actually, probably right after this video. Right after I finish this page, I'm going to go make me some chili. That's the plan. I gotta run out some mail. I gotta I want to try and look into Etsy a little bit. I was gonna make some future title cards this morning for my videos, but that's like low priority. I might get to that. Let me see. I made a list of things. I still have to cancel Paramount Plus. I got to do a sketchbook drawing. That's the other big thing. Look at this. These screwy bricks. Mm-hmm. Oh, booyah, booyah, booyah. What did I say? What did I say? I don't want to be singing. If I want to open my yap, I should talk about something. You know what I haven't done in a while is read. I was trying to finish my copy of the Screw Tape Letters, and I haven't picked up that book in like at least a week. I'm getting so close to being done with it, but I'm not touching it. I want to finish that, and I want to get into my John Swartzwelder, Frank Burley book. So if you don't know John Swartzwelder, he was a writer for The Simpsons. He's like one of the most revered writers for The Simpsons. He's kind of famed for being kind of reclusive, and though he did do an interview for what, Rolling Stone or something recently, and it was like one of the first interviews he's ever given in his career, and that was pretty exciting. But he's written this. I don't know if he's still doing it. I think he is, but not as frequently as he was. He was doing like a new little novel every year. I'll show you the first one because I started it a long time ago. I didn't follow through on it, but I want to get to reading that after I finish the Screw Tape Letters. They're little thin novels. The Time Machine did it. This is the first one. John Swartzwelder, by the writer of 59 episodes of The Simpsons. And yeah, he's got like at least 12 of those books out. And I think the second one doesn't have the Frank Burley detective character in it, but I think just about all the other ones do. And dude, when I was reading like the previews of them on Amazon a couple years back, and because I just found out about them not that long ago, and I was reading the previews of them on Amazon, and they are just so screamingly funny. I just the language, the way he, it's just so childish and funny. I recommend them. Let me. I'll read a little. I'll read a little excerpt from the front of the book. How about that? Frank Burley is my chapter 1. Frank Burley is my name. Okay, it's not my name. I lied about that. My name is Edward R. Torgeson Jr. I changed it for the business. You got to have a tough sounding name if you want people to hire you as a private detective out of a phone book. I chose one that would give prospective clients the idea that I was a burly kind of man, the kind of man who would have the strength and endurance to solve their cases for them, and who would be frank with them at all times. Hence the name. As my exciting story opens, I am being punched in the stomach. But I guess but I guess a lot of stories start that way. Most of mine do anyway. The guy who was punching me was a lot burlier than I was, so it hurt plenty. But I tried to pretend it didn't bother me at all, that I actually liked it. It was hard to do this convincingly because he had kind of knocked the wind out of me there. So all I could do was smile and wink and give him the thumbs up while I waited to be able to breathe again. He thought I was making fun of him and started punching me in the stomach harder. Meanwhile, I'm not any closer to getting my breath back. Some days are like that. This case I was working on wasn't a criminal case or anything glamorous like that. It was just a bodyguard job. I don't like doing that kind of work. We private eyes are a proud race, but you've got to keep the old money coming in if you want to eat regularly, which I do. Okay. So, I'm like, I forget how far into that book I was. Not even halfway, I don't think, but as you can see, they're tiny books. It's like I would dedicate like myself to reading a chapter a day. Same with screw tape letters, but a lot of times I fall off track on that because I don't know. Because I do. How's that for? How's that for a reason? They'll be the, oh, I'm gonna make me angry, and I wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Just ask me. What's that? I said I would like me when I'm angry. Well, I'm a dirty, no good, rotten liar, and I can't be trusted as far as I can be thrown, which is pretty dang far, because I'm a little softy man. I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm on autopilot. I need to be steered back to the road, everybody. What was his name? Edward J. Torgeson Jr.? Okay, there's Denton Crocs. So, can you even see anything I ink? What if I do one of these? Does that work? Is it? This is like real tiny fine brush stuff. Let's see, I can pull it off with the brush. And then I can also do like big thick lines like that one. And that's not even, I mean, I can lay fat lines down if I need to. Then it gets super thin. It's got a lot of versatility. And in the hands of a skilled artist, not myself, you can really pull off some wild stuff. Oh, I thought I finished this guy. I didn't do this whole arm. I've said it before, and I'll say it for the rest of my life. I'm not the most observant artist you've ever met. So, if anyone I know ever feels like I'm blowing them off, I try not to be a flake or anything, but if you think I'm just blowing you off for no good reason, this is that no good reason. Now you can see I'm really trying to occupy my days with this as much as possible. And like, if I can't squeeze this into my days, that's a problem for me. And there's plenty of other things that fill my days that aren't this as well to begin with. So it's like I need to squeeze this in when I can. I mean, you'll see, like, I don't have a regular schedule that I can post by. The best I can do is try and post every single day, at just whenever I'm free. Post, go live. It's like I squeeze my free time in whenever I can, and work on my book or do my sketchbook stuff. Like when I say I'm busy, it's like I am busy. Like I fill my days up with this. Like, gotta understand, this isn't me screwing around. It might look like I'm making a goofy comic. I mean, I am making a goofy comic, but I'm not playing, and I'm not like I'm actually doing work. This is like a full-time job that I work into my free time. But as I was saying, I believe I was saying, I don't get paid to make this, but I treat it like a full-time job anyway. Which I'm not complaining about. I'm just saying it's it's kind of where I need to be at this table and getting stuff done. I'm getting a scam call right now.
Calling you from the legal department. The very second you receive this message, you need to leave your work aside so that we can discuss about your case and take necessary action on this matter. In order to connect federal agent, press 1 and you will be connected to the concerned department. If we don't hear from you, then we will be forced to take legal action against you. Press 1 and you will be connected to the concerned department.
What if I don't press 1? It just hangs up. Okay, well, it's the third one of those I've gotten today. So there's an artist that I follow on like all social media because I've grown to love him so, named Brian Shearer. He's here on YouTube. He's been doing art streams where he just answers all these scam calls on the air, and he's talking to them in his Michael Caine impression, and oh my gosh, he's been cutting them out of the streams and doing like little edited videos where he kind of like puts all the dialogue on there, and he does like funny little gifs or whatever, but to kind of like illustrate it a little bit. And oh my gosh, it's so funny. So like because he was getting so many scam calls, he just answers them all on the air whenever they call, and the better ones he'll make standalone videos for. So I fully recommend him to any artists, anyone who likes. I don't know. He's got a lot of funny, goofy comedy stuff that he does too. But I love that guy. He's my buddy. I mean, I don't know him personally, but and I did a review of some art books that I bought from him recently from a crowdfunding campaign. And he's got another one for like a Transformer type book that he's doing now. He for many years he did a lot of Transformer comics and G.I. Joe comics, and so that's, I don't know, that's kind of like his specialty. But he's starting to do his own titles and stuff like that. He has a great YouTube channel, and if you go back in his like archives of videos, he's got a lot of great art tutorials and webcomic tutorials and stuff like that. So, Brian Shearer. Okay. I wish those three didn't all bend at at the same line as the cloud. Let me see if I can do something about that. Well, I'll wait for it to dry. Okay. Let's see. Okay. That sits a little better with me. Let's see. That. Okay. Darn. See, if I was a little faster, my brush wouldn't get all gummy so quick. I mean, it would get as gummy as quick, but I wouldn't. If I was faster, I wouldn't have so many problems with that. Ooh. Let's get some big lines in there, some meteor lines. Okay. This is actually at a different angle than those bricks that I just inked. What a hopeless son of a bee. I mean, it's kind of cockeyed perspective, though, is fine with me. If I can, you know, kind of make it look like it's a little goofy. Let's get these rings in. Time is it? 6:30. I gotta get my dinner making in soon. Okay. 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 Oh, am I doing this off screen? One day I'll get this. I'll get this life figured out. Okay, we've got this like stepping stone to the door. We've got the window frame on the door. There's like this double window. We're gonna do like here, I'll do it this way. Doing some like shading on the glass to show like the glossiness on it, or the gleam or whatever of the light hitting the glass. The gleam, I think I meant to say. There. Just throw some arbitrary nicks here and there. Throw this to black. And these kind of angly blacks that I throw in a lot, it's kind of like this. I got it from reading so much of Doug Knaple's stuff, and I know he was I believe he got this kind of thing from like old comics. Like he might have gotten this from Crazy Cat. I'm not sure. I know he's very inspired by Crazy Cat. I know his silhouette stuff that I kind of like to do once in a while. I like to do is kind of like white silhouettes for like a mood thing once in a while. He got that from Hank Ketchum, who did the Dennis the Menace comics, and I think, but this is kind of like a implied atmosphere type thing. It kind of, but it's also a very like, so it's also like graphic, so it helps your inks like hold down the page. I should really go easy on the tea on these shows because it does keep me in the zone a little bit. But man, I just constantly have to go to the bathroom. And I don't really like leaving the show so much. Ooh, I feel like that kind of works. I didn't know what I was going to do with this window. I was just kind of making it up as I went there. And some kind of like strange alien vehicle with like these things for wheels. So okay. These remind me of Dennis Hopper's hair in the Mario movie. He plays King Koopa or whatever his name is on that movie. Doesn't he have like like kind of like a triple mohawk on the top of his head, or like three fins of hair? So these are the first Montanans we see. The inhabitants of planet Montana. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. Just like Muhammad Ali, they called him Cassius. Watch me bash this beat like a skull. But you know I got beef with. Oh, come on. Mm-hmm. Blow, how you like me now? The river will not allow you to get with Mr. Smith. Don't riff. Listen to my gear shift. Wrote a little song and it goes like this. No, that's not part of it. Oh, beefed it. Botched it. What a failure. Mamma mia. So I'll be going on. Let's see. Tomorrow I'll be going on. Should be like maybe 4 o'clock or so, 4:35. It's got to be a later one. I'd rather I like today. I would have thought I would be able to go on much early originally. Oh, so I called my friend. We were talking about it uh, the other day. I think when she was talking to me during my stream, and I said I would give her a call today around noon. And I did, and I was like, "Hello, how's it going?" And she goes, "Oh, did you mean noon your time?" Because she's out in California. Let me see. I gotta go to the bathroom and make a new cup of tea again. So let's see. I'm just gonna put on that theme, that backwards piece of music that I have here. So So I'll be right back. You going? Yes, it's going. It's just there's a space of time before the track starts. Goodbye. I'll be right back. Dude, you guys hear something? Okay. We're drawing this space vehicle. Um, mm. Okay, here's like there's no sidewalk on that side, which look, but there is a sidewalk on this side. How come every time I touch this guy, my brush blotches up? hair. Mm. Box on chest. Little half circle. Here's the rest of his chest. Shoulder. Back. Shoulder. Bicep. Forearm. End of glove. Little power level thing on glove. Finger. 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 Make that line a little more earnest. Here's his belly part and this little ball underneath his chest. Hip. And here's his backhand. Top of the glove. Power level thing. Whatever. Other side of hip. Legs. Here's his knee. Calf. Shin. And then foot. Sole of boot. Strap. Okay. He's got these little lines on his chest part. I forgot. Here's a little Horus. Now, I'm making a book in a medium I'm a little new to. First of all, I'm new to making books, right? My first book, and why not go into it drawing with something that I'm already 100% comfortable drawing with. Because I could do this with the Copic multiliners way easier. Well, I do want it to have more of an artistic look to it, I guess. More of a see, because you get a different line quality. You can pull off a lot of stuff with this brush that I can't pull off with just like a technical pen. But I'm trying to challenge myself, I guess. I want it to look like a certain level of authentic that I don't know. It's all an experiment. And something I'm always telling myself is just be brave. Don't be afraid. And it's harder to tell that to other people. And no offense to other people. There's plenty of reasons I can't ask other people to be brave, but people so no offense to other people, but you can't people love having excuses for not being brave. And that goes for me too, by the way. But if I can help it, I try to be brave and not lean on excuses for not doing things. Or I try to own up to excuses. I mean, I'm also a terrible person. So I'm not trying to make it sound like I got all the answers and I've got everything. I'm doing everything right all the time because I'm not. But I try to make myself not like I try to take my excuses away from myself for doing stuff the easy way or try to call myself out on giving up or like shying away from doing hard work or, stuff like that. Because I think it's kind of somewhat human nature, at least modern human nature, to kind of just settle for stuff and say, "Oh, good enough." Like not just with art or anything, but like with like at your job or anything really. Like I think we're falling away from like I don't even think it's like modern society necessarily. I think it's probably just human nature stuff where, oh, that's, let them worry about it, or I did plenty. Can't I just, this will have to be good enough. And that doesn't sit well with me to have that mentality going into, or like going about things. And I do that all the time. I'm like, good enough, and I walk away, and then I tend to try and make myself go back and say, no, do it right. You know, you're just being a jerk because you've had enough. Well, not good enough. Somebody texted me. Oh yeah, it's Cat Amundsen. Good talking to me today. Oh. I have the best friends. Better than your friends. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, she was just talking to me for 2.5 hours today, all about business and all these different aspects of it. And then, like, kind of what setbacks are going on with her business right now. She's kind of explaining to me that there's always something, It's like you'll get one step ahead and fall two behind on this thing that you didn't see coming, and then yeah. And like over the years, it's like there's always some new aspect that kind of throws you for a loop. So she's kind of spelling out, like, look, if you're gonna get into some art business, it's not sunshine lollipops. It's you gotta get serious. And I'm still building my audience, and I'm not trying to like make a profit off an audience right away. I just want to have an audience that I can get to even enjoy my stuff. But I do want to see if I can this is a lot of work to be doing for free. So if I can bring some money to the table with all the drawing I've done, that sounds like a good idea. So I think this is something I just thought of today. I mentioned it earlier in the stream. I might, like, once I get the first 24 pages of this book done, I might go through Kablam or something. I'm not too familiar, but I might just get some books printed of the first 20, 24-page story in this, which is all these guys. It's just these guys, not Bonehead yet. But I might throw together like little issues of this book in black and white to kind of have some content available for people that might be interested. Rather than sitting on this for like a whole who knows how long, you know what I mean? Like it'll be at least 8 months before this is inked, and I want to color it and get it made into a proper book, like 200-page book. I mean, that can take me forever. But if I put out little issues, little floppy comics, which is not something I really intended to do, but it might just help me have something to share in the meantime. Because otherwise, I'm just drawing all the time, and it's like I'm not really putting anything out at the same time. You know what I mean? It's a lot of futile work. Buddy. Have another peanut butter sandwich cookie. Man, Nutter Butters are good, though, aren't they? At least I remember liking them. I haven't had one in, probably 24 years. I like anything with peanut butter in it. Peanut butter is good food. Maybe not for you, I don't know. Probably not. No, I think it is, actually. It's not terrible for you, I don't think. Let's draw this alien back here. None of these aliens here are the alien I drew on the back cover. Ooh. I guess my family was all chatting on a group chat text. And I guess my parents were getting international fees for it because they're in Mexico right now on vacation. And that's not nice. Okay. Some windows. Space windows. Let's see, what else did Cat say? Cat said something. Let's see. I said to them that Patreon would be offered Etsy. Oh, okay. Be short videos and aspects of selling on Etsy. How do you like that? So, okay, so my friend, Kat, who is the one at mycraftedstudio.com, she says she's considering starting a Patreon to offer Etsy advice, do videos about specific aspects of selling on Etsy and running a handmade small business. So, you know, that sounds like something I would be interested in. That would be worth checking out for a lot of people. So if she does do something like that, I'll keep you guys posted on that, because that's what we want. We want to figure out how to get our art crafting, our art business off the ground. And she's been making hers work for, what I say, 15 years. Since 2006, she's been running her own craft shop off of Etsy. Now, that's someone I can learn from. It hasn't always been her primary income. I believe it is. Yeah, it's her primary income now. I mean, her husband has a job, but she's also bringing in money for her household off her art, and she's got a lot of I mean, it sounds to me like she gets a lot of business out of it, and but she's got like so many moving parts to it. So I'm telling you, she's somebody you want to learn from if you're trying to figure out how to sell art. Okay, everybody's texting me now. It's that time of the day. So if she moves forward with that, the Patreon thing, I'll steer you guys toward that. But right now you can find her Etsy products at mycraftedstudio.com. And I've been putting it in the description for my videos. I'll probably throw it into today's too, since it's come up so much. Brush. I just need a brush that'll read my mind. Oh darn. There's this thing coming off the building here. No. Oh, that was not a circle. This brush is jacked up. Rocks on wall. For it is a rock wall. We've got mountains back here. Rock wall. And there's like a petering away of Sidewalk. Blocks. No. It's like quitting time. But I am pretty close. Oh my goodness, I just need this to cooperate though for a little longer. What do you say, brush? You gonna do your job? Let's see. Okay, let's get all this fine detail in while I have a point. Okay. So I'm gonna be on here every day. I'll let you know on the previous stream if I'm not gonna be on any particular day, but for the foreseeable future, I'll be on every day. And I encourage you to draw along with the stream if you can, because that's how I watch art streams, and it's improved my art work ethic. But if you are, pop in and on a live one sometime and let me know what you're drawing. Pardon me. Let's see. So this is the end of this wall. And then this goes to black. Okay. We've got little alien man hanging up a sign. He's like a little alien business owner. Maybe he can talk to Cat. Figure out how to get his stuff together. He's just waiting for her to put a Patreon together. Yeah, he's a total liberal hipster. You know he's an artist. Look at him. Look at that hat. That says like art store in Montana. He's like, I can't get any more parents from, or I can't get any money from my parents anymore. They've cut me off. Now I have to prove what I'm worth myself. He has like an earth hammer here. That's interesting. It's a universal idea. It's like every sentient society, every intelligent society would settle on the earth style hammer before long. It's the most universal tool. Ooh, these knuckles. They're burning. It's time for this page to be done. How long have we been going? Almost 4 hours. I did not. I have no concept of how long these pages are going to take me. I really did not think 4 hours. There's only 4 panels. Oh my nuts. This guy's kind of like, what? There's aliens walking our streets. I think I might have him saying something like that. I don't think it's a line in the book or anything, or in the script. I think I might make him go like, oh, aliens. Oops. I have to clean that line up a little bit with some white. I mean, look at the, yeah. So people, I mean, it's mostly friends and family, I think, but people are occasionally tuning in to watch these videos, and if you do, If you find one to be particularly informative or entertaining or helpful in any way, if you think it'll help somebody, please share the link. I only reach so many people so far, so if you could put out the link on Twitter um, or Facebook or Instagram or anything, or well, not Instagram, maybe, I don't know how stuff works, but if you could forward a link and put in a kind word, let's grow this channel. Wouldn't that be amazing if I hit 1,000 followers? That would be truly amazing. That would be a dream come true. I'm at 18 or something, 19 last I saw. So if I could get 1,000 followers, that would bring me great joy. I wouldn't even ask for more. I wouldn't ask for a single follower more. So I say. So I say now. You know how it is, though. These artists, they say they want this, and then you give it to them, and then they want that. Artists. This is like some intercom, and it's really way up high. If this guy needs to buzz anybody in, he's got to like climb the walls. Okay. After this, I'm gonna make some dinner, make some chili. Eat that chili. I'll probably get into my sketchbook drawing. Booyah, 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 booyah. Oops. I'm thinking this guy's like some kind of public works worker. But he like steals office supplies. Don't worry, he'll get caught. He's sloppy. He's a sloppy thief. Okay. Okay. This has to be a razor thin. Okay, to show the dimension. Okay. Oops. Wow, bang. I'm just knocking. Knock 3 times on the camera if you want to dance. One more time on the camera if the answer is no. Okay, let's take a look. Let's see the page. Oh, for Pete's sake, camera. Camera, you're a living wreck. Okay. So they land on the planet. Come on, buddy. They enter the town. And they're a little bit of a spectacle, I guess. Here, let me knock 3 times on my camera to ruin the stream. One more time on the camera. If you didn't ruin it enough already. Let's see, I'm going to throw this black. Now I think it's just about chili time. That's a page. It's close enough. I might touch it up, like do some white and go back in with a multi-liner a little later, but I think that'll do us good for now. Okay, so ooh, well, this ain't gonna stay. Okay, messed up my camera. Woo, swing low, sweet camera. Oh boy, this thing, what a train wreck. I'm just gonna hold it because I'm done with this business today. I'm out. I'll do another page tomorrow at some point. Tomorrow evening, probably around 4:30, maybe 5, but I think 4:30 should work. And I'll probably hopefully I have a little more to talk about tomorrow. I'm gonna try and get some Etsy stuff going today. I'm at least going to investigate it a little bit. Gonna do a sketchbook drawing. Gonna make me some chili first and eat that. And then I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks for checking out the stream. I'll be here every day doing videos. Otherwise, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'll be posting daily drawing. It's usually like a character design, like I do kind of a fresh character every day. I don't think about it a lot before I do it. And lately, I feel like my drawings have been kind of crummy lately, so I'll try to do something nice today. Because I'm really focusing my artistic energy into this book, and I'm kind of sapped by the time I do anything in my sketchbook, I feel like lately, but I'll try and up my game today. What do you say? Okay. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. I love you. Kiss your mother.